Erskine's early prototype serum. In 1940, German scientist Dr. Abraham Erskine was forced to work for the Nazis under Johann Schmidt, the head of Hydra's scientific division. During this time, he created the first prototype of what would later become the Super Soldier Serum. The formula's purpose was to enhance human strength, endurance, and intelligence far beyond natural limits, but it was incomplete and dangerously unstable. When Schmidt injected himself with the unfinished serum, it succeeded in amplifying his body, but at a terrible cost. His skin and facial tissue deteriorated, leaving him permanently disfigured as the Red Skull. The serum didn't just enhance his physical form, it magnified his inner cruelty and ambition. It also seemed to slow his aging, though this was likely due to the Tesseract's influence, not the serum itself. This early experiment revealed a key truth. The serum enhanced the man as much as the muscles. Erskine's perfected serum. After escaping to the United States, Erskine refined his formula as part of the SSR's Project Rebirth. Working with Howard Stark and Colonel Phillips, he perfected a balanced version of the serum that would stabilize the body using Vita rays, a process that ensured transformation without corruption. This perfected serum was administered to Steve Rogers in 1943. It enhanced every aspect of his physiology to the absolute limit of human potential: strength, speed, endurance, and resilience. Most importantly, it preserved his humanity. Erskine's philosophy was simple: the serum amplifies what's inside. That's why a selfless man like Rogers became a symbol of hope, while Schmidt became a monster. After Erskine's death, the government lost both the formula and the man who understood it. In the following decades, countless scientists tried to reverse engineer his work. Early attempts in the 1950s led to William Burnside, a man obsessed with Captain America. Using incomplete notes, he recreated and injected a version of the serum into himself. It worked, physically, but without the Vita ray process, it warped his mind, driving him into paranoia and fanaticism. Throughout the Cold War, more tests followed. While scientists managed to replicate aspects of superhuman strength, every subject suffered instability, aggression, or cellular breakdown. The government learned the hard way that Erskine's serum couldn't simply be copied. It required moral integrity as much as scientific precision. After the war, secret military experiments continued under unethical conditions. African American soldiers were used as test subjects for unstable serum variants in an effort to reproduce Captain America. Most died, but one, Isaiah Bradley, survived. Bradley's body adapted to the serum, granting him superhuman strength, speed, and endurance comparable to Steve Rogers. Yet the instability of the formula caused unpredictable aging and cellular stress. Despite his success, Bradley was imprisoned for decades to conceal the project's inhumane nature. His survival proved the serum could still work, but also showed the cost of chasing power without ethics or recognition. Red Guardian Serum. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union launched its own Super Soldier initiative, the Red Guardian program. With limited intelligence on Erskine's research, Soviet scientists developed an alternate formula that produced Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian. His enhancements granted him superhuman strength and reflexes, but the process was chemically unstable and required ongoing treatment. His mind was molded by propaganda rather than moral balance, creating a soldier who served ideology instead of virtue. Later, diluted variants of the serum were used on Red Room operatives, giving them enhanced resilience and slowed aging, but none achieved the true perfection of Erskine's serum. Super Soldier Serum. After World War II, Hydra continued its own experiments based on stolen research. They developed a new variant that would transform captured soldiers into weapons, the most famous being James "Bucky" Barnes. Hydra's serum gave Bucky strength, speed, and healing comparable to Captain America's, but it also left his mind vulnerable. Brainwashing and memory suppression turned him into the Winter Soldier, a lethal, obedient assassin. Hydra's version achieved long-term physical stability, but at the cost of mental autonomy. It was the first serum to succeed biologically, yet fail completely on a moral level. The Soviets later expanded on Hydra's work to create multiple Winter Soldiers. Using modified Hydra serum, they trained enhanced assassins under brutal conditioning. Each operative gained extraordinary strength and endurance, but also severe mental instability. Without the Vita Ray process, these subjects eventually became uncontrollable. Many were placed in cryogenic stasis to prevent collapse. The Winter program's legacy proved one thing: mass-producing perfection leads only to mass-producing chaos. Gamma Serum. Years later, the military tried again, this time under General Ross. Dr. Bruce Banner attempted to recreate the Super Soldier Serum using gamma radiation in place of Vita Rays. When he tested it on himself, the result was catastrophic. Instead of balanced enhancement, Banner transformed into the Hulk, the embodiment of raw, uncontrolled power. The Gamma Serum worked beyond measure, but it removed the human limits that kept morality intact. Banner's curse became the ultimate cautionary tale. Power without control is not evolution, it's destruction. Abomination Serum. General Ross's next subject was Emil Blonsky, a veteran who wanted the strength to rival the Hulk. Scientists injected him with a recreated serum, then later combined it with Banner's gamma-infused blood. The fusion mutated him into the Abomination, a monstrous figure, more powerful than the Hulk, but stripped of all restraint. This hybrid serum exposed the danger of blending incompatible power sources. What was meant to create a super soldier instead created a permanent monster, proof that Erskine's balance could not be imitated by brute force or radiation. Power Broker Serum. Decades later, black market science revived the serum's legacy through Dr. Wilfred Nagel, working for the Power Broker in Madripoor. Using Hydra's data, Nagel developed a new formula that produced enhanced humans without physical distortion. The Flag Smashers stole this serum and used it to fuel their rebellion. This version of the serum gave them immense power and agility while keeping them outwardly human. However, without the moral filter Erskine valued, the results were predictable: unrestrained strength in the hands of extremists. When Nagel and his research were destroyed, the formula was lost once again, leaving behind only chaos and corruption. Extremists and Modern Enhancement Serum. The next stage of human enhancement came not from the military, but from industry. Aldrich Killian and Maya Hansen developed the Extremist Serum, using nanotechnology to reprogram the human body for regeneration and strength. Extremists granted its users the ability to heal instantly, regrow tissue, and perform superhuman feats. Yet, instability in the formula caused fatal cellular overloads, leading some subjects to literally combust. Killian refined the process, creating superhuman soldiers, but ones dependent on control, not character. Extremists represented the modern evolution of Erskine's idea: power achieved through technology, but still bound by moral imbalance. Heart-shaped herb, Wakanda's equivalent serum. In Wakanda, the heart-shaped herb served as a natural counterpart to the serum. Grown in vibranium-rich soil, the sacred plant granted the Black Panther superhuman strength, speed, and heightened senses. Unlike artificial serums, the herb bonded harmoniously with the body and spirit, preserving both humanity and purpose. It also offered a spiritual connection to the ancestral plane, linking each Black Panther to their predecessors. When Killmonger destroyed the garden, he symbolically broke that sacred balance. Yet, through Shuri's recreation of the herb, Wakanda proved that science and tradition could coexist, achieving power through unity rather than domination. Today, the legacy of the Super Soldier Serum spans generations, governments, and ideologies. From Erskine's original experiment to the Power Broker's black market science, every attempt reflects the same pursuit: to perfect humanity through chemistry. Yet none have matched the harmony of mind and body found in Steve Rogers. Modern versions like Extremis, Nanotech Enhancements, and Thunderbolt programs continue the search for controlled superhumans, but each one faces the same flaw. The serum amplifies who you are inside. Strength without virtue leads only to chaos. In the end, the true super soldier wasn't created in a lab. He was forged by character, courage, and compassion. The science made him strong, but his heart made him a hero. And that's every Super Soldier Serum, from science to sabotage to spiritual enlightenment. If you enjoyed diving into Marvel's muscle chemistry, go ahead and smash that subscribe button like the Hulk, but try not to break your keyboard. After all, it's not about having a serum. It's about having the will to keep watching.